I'll make Fruit Ninja but in a cool retro style. I've been wanting to work on a quick side project for a while, so here we are. In case you don't know what Fruit Ninja is, well, the name speaks for itself. You basically have to chop flying veggies to earn points. Let's start by randomly shooting some fruits up, or well, just white squares at this point, but think about them as low-res apples or something. The player can make them disappear by slicing them with the cursor. We'll make it look cooler in a minute, don't worry. I'm taking this project as kind of a game dev therapy session, just a fun thing to relax, and something I've been trying to learn recently and has helped me chill for the last few weeks is pixel art. So I enjoyed drawing some pixelated fruit. I began with a very round watermelon and the thickest tomato, but no judgment, I'm not trying to push myself with this one. I also drew them as two separate halves to make this cool slicing effect. I'm very happy with how it turned out. You're probably wondering why the tomato isn't red, and that's a fair question. The plan is to make this Fruit Ninja remake in the old Game Boy style, so everything will follow these green color palettes, which I find to be simply beautiful. I guess it reminds me of my childhood when I could play games without feeling guilty. Let's add some camera shake, a nice trail on the cursor, a few splashes and fruit stains to make the game feel more juicy, literally, and we kinda have a pretty one already. Sometimes for these videos I have to make the games look pretty first, which I heard is not the best practice since it takes time. You probably want to spend prototyping and playtesting, but things looking good also helps me get excited with the project, so I don't really mind it. Fruit Ninja also has these bombs for some reason. Unlike fruits, the player needs to avoid them. Here's my pixel art for them, and this is how they look in the game. Nothing bad happens if we slice them though, so this is now basically Fruit Ninja without a scoring system. And I kinda like that, just an endless stream of flying veggies to chuck 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 chuck. Although I would need more fruit variety for that. So drawing montage? They turn out great, I really like them. I know I'm not exactly following the Game Boy style, but that's fine. I enjoy self-imposing silly constraints as a challenge sometimes. It can be a fun way to learn new things, but maybe not today. The idea of not having a score at all feels nice at the moment. I want to chill with this game and scores can be stressful. I don't want it to be boring though. So what about making the difficulty change based on how the player is performing? I made the game keep track of both successful slashes and unfortunate misses, and it can decide how well you're doing based on the last, let's say, 30 fruits thrown into the air. The more of those you slice, the harder the game gets. More veggies show up at the same time, the probability of getting a bomb increases, and so on. I also added a tiny bar to display the intensity level, hoping it will encourage the player to push it a bit. Time to make the bombs actually do something now. In the original game they take all your lives, making the player lose instantly, but here we remove the score and we are also dropping the lives, I believe. I want it to be endless. So I made them take away some fruit chops from the internal count as a penalty. That way it makes the difficulty drop naturally. Not everything is lost after a single distraction, you can bounce back later. I feel that matches the mindset for this project. Now if the difficulty is going to self-adapt for the player, it would be cool if the music did the same to match the rhythm of the game. I love this technique. It's called adaptive music and it's essentially about controlling the volume of the different parts of a song individually based on a changing factor. In this case, the difficulty of the game. Check this out, when you are not doing well, it sounds quiet, but it becomes more intense when things are getting harder. I'll leave you with a short demo from the final game so you can listen to how the music matches the mood. But before that, I'd like to thank you for joining me in this game dev experience. I hope you consider subscribing to the channel. You can follow a link in the description to play the game, and see you next time.